Hi, and welcome to the R&D Devlog for the 24th of November, 2023. The first thing I want to show you is some of the updates that the production team have made. So Nicole has been helping the production team work on some sets and designs and physical props that we can use in combination with virtual production. And what's great about these is that we can combine them with the virtual sets in order to kind of extend things out. So we can use these sets and items to kind of like mix and match different environments to create across like a multitude of products and video forms. So it's a really cool thing to see, and we hope to see more of it happening in the future and developing it a little bit further. Marcus has been taking his work with generative agents to the next level. So he's developing a game, or at least a concept for some kind of game, using this idea of generative agents to generate content in real time as the player is playing the game. So at the moment, this demo is around generating scenario or putting a scenario in and then pulling from like a knowledge bank of something to learn about or something you might have previously learned about as a user. And then it can generate conversations of which you as the player have some agency in that conversation as well. So the different players in the game, so whether it's like a CTO or the CEO or like the chief like creative officer, will have different perspectives on the problem that's kind of outlined at the beginning of the game. And then you as a player also have some things to say about that and decide like where that narrative goes and who talks about it next. And depending on who's involved in that conversation, you'll have different outcomes of that overall conversation. So in the moment, it's more of like a way of generating content and maybe some discussions, but there's a lot of ideas towards what that could be in like a game loop and having some goals for the user to try and get to. I've been spending a bit more time with the soft skills prototype. There's not a huge amount to show. This is all kind of like behind the scenes work that's happened, but I've been refactoring a lot of code and redoing the kind of intro with a view to being able to test this more widely with users. So the intro screens are now kind of more an onboarding process that gets people into the mindset of chatting to these AI characters. And I've also done quite a lot of work to kind of make these AI characters feel a bit more human, hopefully. And finally, we've been thinking a little bit more about this features funnel and how that works in terms of products and ideas and things that we might want to bring to market. My kind of approach here is that I also want to collect in lots of problems from around the business. So whether that's like a Circus Street problem or an apprenticeships problem or an instructor-led training problem, the hope is that if we collect all these problems as well as these possible solutions or ideas or features, if we're then able to match them up and build some connections between them, especially if a certain feature solves like 6 different problems, that becomes a lot easier to validate. So I'm still developing that process and I'll share more soon, but hopefully that will allow us to share more of what we're doing and align it to kind of business goals and then different teams within our business as well. So that's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.